For a Sunday live stream, talking some NFL Combine. There's some great trades this week as well. It's been a busy weekend for the NFL, surprisingly, right? Oh, let me get all situated here, guys. I got all my Combine notes, all my times. And we're going to talk about some of the guys that were the most impressive, right? Nico Collins Productions, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Nathaniel Nixon, what is up, man? So we got all of our draft combine notes here, guys. I'm going through them. Here we are, guys. We got times on every player at the combine, ready to rock and roll. I'm here to talk to you guys about that today. Appreciate you guys stopping by and saying what's up. And we're just going to look at some of these numbers, and I'm going to let you know some of the most impressive players at the combine. And in breaking news, Matt Stafford is going back to the Rams. That's pretty impressive stuff. It's not great for the rest of the league that was hoping they could get Matt Stafford, but he'll be back. They restructured his deal. Yeah, Deebo Samuel is a Washington Commander. They only got a 5th-round pick for him. A little surprising, but it's better than nothing. Because pretty much 5th-round picks are like compensatory picks, guys, so that was definitely a little bit surprising for me that they only got a 5th. I was thinking they'd probably get a 4th, but with Deebo Samuel's injury history, that probably had a lot to do with it. And it shows you that, like, teams weren't really valuing Deebo Samuel at all. So that's very interesting. Yeah, I get Aaron Rodgers likes football a lot, Jacob, but he's just not good anymore, man. He's just not. Yeah, the trade was a little strange, for sure. Definitely a little strange, in my opinion. Because Deebo Samuel, when he's healthy, guys, is extremely, extremely productive. And as an Eagles fan, I'm not going to enjoy seeing Deebo Samuel twice a year. Even though we might not see him twice a year, considering he's always freaking injured, right? So that'll be interesting to see how that all plays out this year. See if he could stay healthy. And he's got a little bit of an attitude problem. We'll see how they use him. He's a very diverse player, man. He can run the ball in jet sweeps. He can catch short passes. He can break tackles. He could stretch the field. Deebo Samuel is a super talented guy, man. So adding him to Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin is a huge upgrade for that offense, right? So that maybe means Commanders don't go wide receiver early in this draft. Maybe they get a piece later, But guys, some of the players that impressed me the most, let's start with D tackle. I want to start with D tackle, and then we'll go on from there. Darius Alexander at 6'4", pretty much over 300 pounds, ran under a 5 flat 40. That was pretty impressive, right? That was a really, really good time. Jared Harrison Hunt ran a 4.95. Derek Harmon was very impressive as well at 6'4" and a half, 313 pounds, ran under 5 for his 40 time. Derek Harmon, he's an impressive guy. Very, very impressive guy from Oregon. Yeah, but so it doesn't seem like the Browns general manager wants to trade him at all. He's not really open to it. But guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. It does help this video get into the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate it, guys. No way. King Yao, I'm taking that single leg and dragging you right to the ground, bro. I'm taking your back, wrapping that choke up, cinching it up, putting you to sleep. Yeah, the combine, I didn't watch the whole thing. What I do is I wait for the videos to come out on NFL, right? The NFL channel on YouTube. And then I play it at double speed. So I just, get the highlights, man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, guys. Let me go through some of these. Who cares about the combine? What do you mean? Do you know, what? If you care about your NFL team, you should care about the combine. Yeah, knockout. I agree 100%. If Rodgers goes to the Giants, it's going to be a dumpster fire, right? Absolute dumpster fire, guys. He's old, man. He can't make the throws. He's like a statue in the pocket, guys. He can't make plays like he used to with his legs and get outside the pocket. And he's cooked, man. Rodgers is cooked. He's like overcooked bacon, man. It was good at one point, but once you burn the bacon, it's not good anymore. Yeah, Jaden Daniels is probably pretty psyched, guys. Thanks, Jalen. I appreciate the support, buddy. Yeah, it's just fun to watch these guys because you can see, watching the 40, like, who can really get going, man. You really, really can. There's some guys with some very impressive, and then you see some other guys that I was scouting that I liked that looked really freaking slow, man. Like Elijah Simmons from Tennessee. He's a big boy, 330 pounds, but he ran a 5.38. Yikes. And then looking at these corners, you know, not the best group. You know, I mean, not any times where I was like super impressive. Super impressed, you know what I mean? The edge guys, some of the edge guys and the D tackles ran pretty solid times. I'm looking through my notes. Tyler Barron from Miami ran a 4.66 at 6'4", almost 260. That's pretty freaking impressive, man. Yeah, but everyone else, the edge, there's no one on the edge where I was like, oh, holy shit. Landon Jackson tore it up. He had the best combine out of everybody. 40.5 vert, which was the second best time of all time. Very, very freaking impressive, man. Landon Jackson was a dog. He had a really, really, really good combine. The dude balled out. Balled out. I'm looking through some of these other times from the linebackers. Danny Stutzman ran a 4.52, which I really thought was impressive. See, Jay Higgins, the guy from Iowa, he plays really good, but he's slow as shit. 4.88 and a 4.82 on his 40 times. Man, Jahad Campbell from Alabama. Woo, baby. 6'3", 235, ran a 4.52 and a 4.53 back-to-back. Super impressive. Jahad Campbell is a dog. Nancy Amaral, welcome to the chat. Blood, are you subscribed to this channel? Yeah, I mean, Rashid Rice needs to get healthy, man. We'll see how he comes back from that injury. Oh, nice. Good luck on your basketball game. 7:30 tonight. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good luck on your game tonight, man. Drop some buckets. Get some buckets, guys. Guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm closing in on 15,000 subscribers. If you could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, it would mean a lot to me. Loot Llama FN5, what is going on? Welcome to the chat. Kane Madrano ran a 4.46 from UCLA. That was an impressive time. I'm looking at all these other times. Nothing really to write home about. Now, let's get over to the running backs, man. The running backs were extremely impressive. Bodie Bros, what's going on? Yeah, Nathaniel, I shaved the beard off a little bit. It was getting, so the whole playoffs, man, from like the whole Eagles playoff run through the Super Bowl, I just let the beard get crazy, man. It was getting too itchy. I had to hack it off and grow it back out, man. I know, 7 months, Nico Collins Productions. It's a long time, bro. Yeah, March Madness just comes and goes so fast, though, you know? We do got some college hoops coming up. And baseball, you know, we'll see. Baseball, there's just so many games. It's hard to keep interest for 162 freaking games. But I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. All right, guys, I'm going to go over some of these running back times. Trevor Etienne ran a 4.43. Very impressive. DJ Gideon also ran a 4.43. Donovan Edwards ran a 4.45. Marion Hampton, he looks so athletic, man. He ran a 4.47 and a 4.46 at the combine. 6 foot, 221. He's one of my favorite players in this draft. Probably going to go in the first round. Trevion Hampton from Ohio State. He ran a 4.43 as well, 5'10", 202, great size. I wish Scatterby would have ran. I really want to see his time, so that kind of annoys me a little bit. R.J. Harvey from Central Florida ran a 4.41. He only ran it once. Very, very impressive. Caleb Johnson ran a 4.58 and a 4.57. But don't get discouraged by those times because he's 6'1", 224 pounds, dude. The dude's a freaking monster. Yeah, that's Trevor Etienne's brother, yeah. Yeah, Trevor is Travis Etienne's brother from the Jags, yep. Yeah, I mean, I wish, we got 18 weeks of football, it's not a ton. But then, we got 4 or 5 weeks of the playoffs. I wish the season was a little longer. I wish they would just do away with most of the preseason games, maybe leave 1 or 2, and then get the regular season rocking and rolling. Oh, thanks, Nathaniel. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate the support, man. Yeah, we're at 14,392 right now. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I have some Judkins looked really good too. 4.48, 5'11", and 5'8". Pretty much 6 foot tall, 221. He's a monster. Byshaw Tootin ran the 4.38 and a 4.32. He was really, really impressive. Thoughts on the Debo trade? I think it makes the Commanders a lot better, a lot more dangerous, a lot more things you got to worry about on that offense, right? Dread shot. If they bring back Zach Ertz, which I hope they do, Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, Zach Ertz. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's 100% cooked. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. The dude's he's got a lot of soft tissue injuries, which isn't great. You know what I'm saying? So he's 29, right? So he's not super old. It's not like he's 32 or 33. I think he's got, and he just turned 29. He's a young 29, right? So this is the 29 season, 30, 31. He's probably got 2 or 3 years left in him, if he could stay healthy. He's just a beast to deal with when he's healthy, man. What video are you talking about? Are you talking about the one I just did about the mock draft? Or are you talking about the one that I said they were going to blow out the Eagles and it was like a big joke video? Yeah, Becton's so big, though, man. He's really, really good in the run game. I don't want to see Becton go, guys. I really don't. Eagles fan, 0318, go Birds! Yeah, so I'm going to make a video later today, guys, about the Eagles cap space and what I think is going to happen with all these free agents. Hell yeah, dude. Zhang Wei 3.0. Eating chili during a tailgate? Sign me up, dude. I can eat chili all day, every day. I'm a chili monster. Give me chili. I like the loaded chili too, man, with some diced onions, some cheese on top, some sour cream. Woo! Baby, guys. I love it. I love it. I'm definitely a chili guy. But yeah, these running backs are extremely athletic. The amount of sub 4 or 5 times are very, very impressive. I was very impressed with the 40-yard dashes of these running backs. Yeah, the thing is, like, a lot of teams have a shit ton of cap space, guys, but it's slim pickings, guys. It's very, very slim pickings, man. South Africa, man, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much for tuning in, Ayanda. Pretty cool stuff. The J All Day Show is going international, guys. We're going international. If you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the J All Day Sports Show. I was a former writer for Bleacher Report for a couple years. Now I'm back doing my sports analysis here on YouTube. I've been back doing sports coverage for about 2 years now. Been doing NFL about 1.5 years. No, I don't think they need the offseason, guys. Football's it's a grind, man. They don't need to shorten the offseason at all. With 18 weeks, it already pushed it back, so. But if they add another game, they're going to have to add another bye for every team. If we go to an 18-game schedule, there's going to have to be 2 byes for each team. So that's going to elongate the season by 2 more weeks, right? So then you're talking about 20 weeks of football. But it doesn't seem like the Player Association wants anything to do with an 18-game season. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you, guys. We just added another subscriber, 14,393. Arnaud Runbandi from France. Where do you live in France, bro? I was in Paris about 10 years ago. My kids are around, man. I can't do that. I wish. Go Birds! Go Birds! NFL fans, welcome to the channel. If you have any questions about the draft, free agency, trades, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, so Nico Collins, I heard them talking about who are the Eagles going to play to kick off the season, right? They got a home game. But having them play the Lions early doesn't make any sense, right? Because everyone's going to be watching that game anyway. So they're probably going to play a team maybe like the Bears. So I don't expect them to play the Lions to kick off the season because that game's going to be highly rated already. So it's probably going to be a lesser team, maybe the Commanders, maybe the Bears. Matt Stafford, he just restructured his contract, Rudy, with the Rams. He's not going anywhere. So he's with the Rams. He's not going to get traded anymore. Yeah, Jacob, I think it's going to be the Bears. You know, you got the new head coach there, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams. And it's a good game, but they don't have to waste the Lions game. Because if you do that in the middle of the year, you're going to get really good ratings, right? Joey, what's going on, buddy? John, welcome to the chat. Yeah, John, very big move. Very big move. Jose Sanders, what's going on? Welcome to the live chat, buddy. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel to get all of my NFL content, guys. We just added 2 more subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. Up to 14,395. 5 more subscribers away to 14,400. Yeah, the Bears aren't great, you know. Yeah, Devondre Sweat is a beast. Where's he at? Is he with Seattle? I forget where he's at, Nathaniel. Yeah, Joey, he's going to be back for at least 1 more year to run it back with Patrick Mahomes. I think this is going to be the last year. And then the Chiefs also franchise tagged their guard, Trey Smith, so he'll be back. So a lot of these guys who were potential free agents are getting tagged or traded or re-signed. So free agency is already getting smaller and smaller, guys. So we got to take that into consideration when we're thinking about what our teams are going to do in the draft, right, guys? So, you know, some of my highlights from the running back room during the combine: Amariana Hampton, R.J. Harvey, Trevion Hampton, Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson's really impressive because he's so freaking big, man. 6'1", 224. He ran a 4.58 and a 4.57. At that size, it's pretty impressive. And Judkins running a 4.48 at pretty much 6 foot, 220. Judkins is really, really good size, man. Judkins is a beast. And I'm looking at some of these other guys who ran. Brashad Smith from SMU ran a 4.42 and a 4.39. He's under 200 pounds, though. Yeah, Joey, I think the Chiefs have a tough ask next year. The Broncos and the Chargers are going to be really good teams. Dylan McMahon, my favorite NFL player right now. You got to go Saquon Barkley. You got to go Saquon, man. What an absolute gangster Saquon Barkley is. He's a great leader, just a tremendous overall player. Judkins. It is fun to say. It is fun to say. Judkins. Yeah, he's got a great football name. Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl. I don't hate that. Joey, the thing is with the Lions, you got to remember, right? They got a new offensive coordinator and new defensive coordinator. Ben Johnson is now the head coach of the Bears, and Aaron Glenn is now the head coach of the Jets, right? So there's going to be some growing pains for the Lions early on in the season for sure. I actually like the Eagles to repeat, guys. I really, really do. All right, guys, here are the wide receiver times. Armstrong ran a 4.52. Isaiah Bond said he was going to run a 4.1 and ran a 4.41 and a 4.4 flat. How are you going to say you're going to run a 4.1 and run a 4.4? Isaiah Bond's draft stock just went crazy, man. I'm gonna beat Xavier Worthy's time. Xavier Worthy ran a 4.23. This guy's I'm gonna run a 4.19, 4.18. He ran a 4.4. Yikes. Yikes, guys. Dyke ran a 4.34. That was a very, very impressive time. Trey Harris ran a really good time, too. 4.54. He's like 6'3", 6'4". Yo, I love Trey Harris. I think he's from Ole Miss. Yo, Trey Harris is a dog, man. I love Trey Harris. Jacob, I would love an Eagles-Bills Super Bowl. That would be my dream because Bills are my second favorite team. When I was a kid growing up in Philly, I had an older cousin that loved the Bills, right? So I loved the Bills growing up, so I always got a soft spot. And Josh Allen is just such a good kid. I love Josh Allen. He's a he's a good person, good leader, hard worker, absolute dog on the field. I love Josh Allen. Bills, Eagles would be my dream Super Bowl. Yeah, Nico Collins Productions. What the hell is he, what was he smoking, dude? I'm going to run a 4.1, and he ran a 4.4. That's not even close, man. That's not even close. Yeah, I could see Ravens versus Eagles too, man. The Ravens got some stuff to shore up for sure. Yeah, R.J. Harvey, he ran a really good time from what I remember, right? Yeah, I have him circled 4.41, 5.8, 2.05. Yeah, R.J. Harvey was impressive at the Combine, Troy. Very, very impressive. Ty Felton ran a 4.38. Matthew Golden ran a 4.30. Yeah, Matthew Golden might be the steal of this draft, guys. Watch the tape. He was great at Texas. Yeah, Matthew Golden running that 4.30. Holy shit, that was impressive, man. Jaden Higgins ran the 4.47. That was impressive. Jimmy Horn Jr. ran a 4.47 and a 4.46. Torrey Horton, 4.46, 4.42. At 6'2", 200 pounds. Torrey Horton, very impressive. Tez Johnson, underwhelmed. 5'10", 154 pounds. He only ran a 4.5. I'm not a super freak athlete, but in high school I ran 4.6s. At that size. I'm like 5'8", 100. In high school I was like $155. So I was pretty much the same size. And I'm not a pro athlete at all. And he only ran a 4.51 and a 4.55. Not great. And then John Kelly from Texas Tech got invited to the Combine and ran a 4.7. Yikes. Mark Andrews is still a good player, right? It's just, do they want to keep paying him all that money? You know what I'm saying? Jalen, thanks for the shout-out, buddy. I appreciate you. You got a cheesesteak and fries. Woo! What kind of cheese did you get, Joey? Did you get the Whiz? You get American? And then, Joey, I got to ask you, did you get it with or without onions? And for it to be a true Philly cheesesteak, it's always with onions. You got to do the onions, guys. Got to have the onions. And if you put peppers on your cheesesteak, it's not a Philly cheesesteak. No one in Philly is getting bell peppers on their freaking cheesesteaks. Out here in LA, every place I go to, they put bell peppers on their cheesesteaks. No. Ooh, nice. Yeah, my dad likes the hot peppers too, like the long hots. Yeah, it was a bad drop, Nico Collins, but he's still a good player, man. But with Mark Andrews, you got to make sure there's no dead cat money. Sometimes the way players' contracts are constructed, that if you cut them, then you get dead money on your cap, and then it hurts your cap space. Yeah, you never had a good cheesesteak then, Chief. Never had a good cheesesteak if you think they're trash. Joey, I used to be. I'm not so much into wrestling now. But the WWE Vault is on YouTube, bro. You got to check that out. They got all the old Survivor Series and the old Royal Rumbles. I've been watching them on my lunch breaks. I mean, the deal's pretty much a fair deal. Debo doesn't have a lot of time on his contract left. He's been injured a lot. A fifth round probably is as good as they were going to get. And it does make the Commanders' offense a little more dynamic, Troy. I really do. I mean, when he's healthy, Debo Samuels can do a lot of stuff. He can line up in the slot. He can line up outside. He can line up in the backfield. He can run jet sweeps. I just like it for the storytelling aspect of it, NC. I mean, the storytelling's not as good and the characters aren't as good today. But back in the 80s and 90s, the characters were cool. And when you're 10 years old, you thought it was awesome. Yeah, Troy, I mean, he's definitely hurt a lot. But when he's healthy, he looks good. I'm not a big deep dish guy, Joey. I'm not a big deep dish guy. I'm a New York style. I like it like a nice thin slice, crispy, no flop. And I'm a pepperoni guy. But I do like the Detroit style. That's got the nice crusty edges with the cut pepperoni. Where the hell were we at? I was in San Francisco, ironically, and I got the Detroit style pizza. Where they make it in those kind of cast iron pans. Detroit style is really good pizza, man. You should try that. Yeah, I'm not a big deep dish pizza guy. It's so much dough, man. Not for me. I don't know, the Giants gotta draft a freaking quarterback, man. We'll see if they all. For me, you gotta trade up and get a quarterback. And if you move up to 2 or 1, you don't have to give up a lot of stuff. So if I'm the Giants, I'm trading up and getting a quarterback. If I'm the Titans, I'm trading back. Yeah, pizza's so expensive now. It doesn't even make any sense. When I was in college, you could go get a slice of pizza for $1. Yeah, the Giants haven't had a good quarterback since him, man. Yeah, Daniel Jones just didn't work out. Yeah, Eli Manning, pretty average, slightly above average regular season quarterback, but when the playoffs rolled around, he was a gangster. NFL fans, welcome to the J All Day Sports Show. We're breaking down some of the combine notes. We're talking about some of these trades, some signings from the past week. If you're interested in NFL content, make sure you do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So if they suck again this year, everybody's getting fired, right? Daboll's getting fired. Joe Sheen's getting fired. They can't wait for Arch Manning. They can't, or they're all going to get fired. They got one more year to turn this shit around. I don't know. The Raiders make the most sense to me, Rudy. If I'm Brady, I'm bringing in Sam Darnold on a 3-year deal. That's what I'm doing. 3-year deal with a 4th-year option based on playing time and incentives. That's what I'm doing, guys. That's what I'm doing. We're up to 14,396 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. Because I don't want to go freaking play for the Giants if I'm Sam Darnold. They do have Malik Neighbors, but that offensive line sucks. With Tom Brady being the owner, a partial owner of the Raiders, it's going to bring some talent there, right? So I don't know if the Raiders are going to be able to draft a quarterback at 6. It doesn't look like it. Because I expect Cam Ward to go in the top 3, right? I don't know if they win 8 games. It seems like a big leap. It all depends, Joey, on how their quarterback play is. True, I don't know a lot about him. I'm going to write that name down and then do some scouting on him. Troy Tuamalu. Was he at the Combine? I don't see his name on here. Yeah, I don't see his name on here. I'll write that name down to check him out. JT. This freaking mic is always in my way. JT Tuamalo. I'll check him out. What school did he go to? I think Tootin ran a really good time at the Combine, right? Yeah, Byshell Tootin, he ran the best times at the Combine, right? 4.38 and a 4.32. It's got great speed, right? But I gotta watch the tape on him a little bit. Go Birds, Philadelphia Eagles fans! I gotta watch the tape a little more on Byshell Tootin. I gotta check out the contact balance, you know, and I gotta watch the tape a little bit more on him. He's one of the guys I haven't scouted yet, but like since his numbers were so good, I'm gonna have to take a look. Yeah, Jacob, I saw those little updates. DK Metcalf, thanks guys. We just added another subscriber. Thank you so much. Yeah, DK Metcalf would be great in Green Bay, but it's cold as shit there. So I don't know. The weather's not great in Seattle, but Green Bay cold's a whole different kind of cold. Okay, Troy, I'll check him out, dude. What's up, Gage? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Yeah, Nathaniel, the MVP is just a quarterback award now. It sucks. It's pretty stupid. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Saquon literally had the best season a running back has ever had in the history of the NFL. Super Bowl win. Best regular season ever. He just missed Dickerson's. He actually had a better season than Dickerson if you break down the numbers. He had less carries and a higher average. So, and Saquon caught way more passes out of the backfield. He had the best season in regular season history, guys. If you can't win the MVP after having the best year of that position in the history of the NFL, it's not an MVP award anymore. No, Tina, I don't play Fortnite. Yeah, Rudy, I mean, I think that's how you beat Patrick Mahomes. You got to have really good D-line play. But the Eagles didn't blitz, right? So you got to make it home with 4 guys and then be able to drop guys in the coverage. That's how they beat them. They didn't blitz. They stayed in their zone looks, and they rushed 4. That's how you beat Patrick Mahomes. But their offensive line, they got to get better. If Mahomes wants to get back to another Super Bowl, they got to get better. I was in Kansas City this winter. So, Nathaniel, we did a cross-country road trip with my dad, my wife, and my dog, and my daughter. We stopped in Kansas City and got some fire barbecue, man. Fire barbecue. Yeah, I mean, DK Metcalf is a beast, man. And he's, like, really hard. Like, when you're game planning each week for a guy, John, like DK Metcalf, you got to really focus on him because he's big, he's fast, he's strong, he's physical. He's a matchup nightmare, dude. So, like, yeah, if he goes to the Packers or wherever he goes, it's going to hurt, you know. For me, the Seahawks phased out Tyler Lockett out of the offense. It was just DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith and Jigba, right? So, and Kenneth Walker. So, losing DK Metcalf would be not great for them. So, Deep Space, I didn't have my own kids. Me and my wife adopted her niece a few years ago. Oh, no. So, yeah, I didn't have any kids personally. Me and my wife don't have kids of our own. But we adopted this little rascal like 3 years ago. Stephon Diggs is a free agent, so they can't trade him. They don't have the rights to him. Diggs is a free agent. Yeah, the Ravens their window's closing, man. They got, especially like, this will probably be the last year that Derrick Henry's serviceable, so. Yeah, Diggs is a free agent, guys, so it's whoever signs him. Oh, no worries, man. But yeah, Ravens-Eagles would be a very exciting Super Bowl, man. Very exciting Super Bowl. At the beginning of the last year, I had Chiefs-Lions going to the Super Bowl, and Jared Goff played like ass at home, and the Commanders just kicked the poop out of him, man. Straight up. Jaden Daniels is a dog. Guys, I need 2 more subscribers to get to 14,400. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let's go! Yeah, man, she needed some help, and me and my wife stepped in and flew back to Philly, and she's been with us ever since. It'll be 3 years in May. She's 14. I think they need to focus on the draft, man. The offensive line was awful. So many penalties. If you get CJ Stroud a good offensive line, he's going to be fine. Their offensive line was so freaking bad, the Texans, man. And Tank Dell will be back. Nico Collins is healthy. I love Joe Mixon. That offensive line was just ass. Like, it was so hard to watch the Texans play. They were just like first and 15, second and 15 every freaking play, man. It was crazy to watch. Like the false starts and stuff. It was I've never seen a team be so that disconnected with their offensive line, like, in my life. And DeMeco Ryans, he's a great defensive mind, but that dude can't coach offense to save his ass. That's just my opinion. And that game plan they had versus the Chiefs was just so stupid. The Texans just letting Travis Kelce run all over the field wide open on every play. I don't know. DeMeco Ryans, he's a pretty mid head coach from what I've seen. Game plan wise, I'm not sure about Stetson, but they just re-signed Alaric Jackson, the left tackle. Yeah, I mean, Matt Stafford's a really good quarterback, man. So, yeah, Nico Collins, you're not wrong. They played like it last year for sure. Who do you think the best quarterback is? Mahomes is still the best quarterback. You know what I mean? Their offensive line was just horrible. They were so bad. And his wide receivers aren't great either. So, you know, if you were playing Madden, like, Mahomes is your first pick, guys. You know what I mean? Straight up. Straight up. Straight up, guys. CeeDee Lamb needs another wide receiver opposite of him on the Cowboys. That's what he needs, guys. You know, CeeDee Lamb can't do this shit all by himself. You know, he's getting double teamed. He's getting double teamed with safety coverage, rolling to his side of the field all the time. Like, it's tough when you're the only guy playing on your offense. The tight end position hasn't been great. The running back room was a dumpster fire. You know, guys. CeeDee, like, and the first 3 picks, the Cowboys got to draft someone. Brandon Cooks is a free agent. They got to do something better. They got to be better. Straight up. Guys, we just hit it. 14,400. Thank you so much. I want to get to 15K. I'm about to stay here all day. Appreciate you, Nathaniel. Thank you so much for all the support, buddy. Nah, dude, I'm in charge of this shit, Miles. I don't do moderators. JL Day show is run by the JL Day. That's it, baby. I mean, can you imagine if Aaron Rodgers went to Cleveland? Oh, my God. But, you know, the Browns have a decent defense, but that offense is a dumpster fire. Elijah Moore's a free agent. Cooper's gone. Appreciate you, Jalen. Appreciate you, buddy. NFL fans, let's go. Yeah, Nathaniel, if I'm a GM in the NFL, I'm not signing Aaron Rodgers. I'm not doing it. Straight up, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Yeah, Jacob, I think it's a fair trade. 5th round pick for a guy who's injury prone, but has some upside. I think it's a fair trade. Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is cooked. And he's a cancer. And he's a bit of an asshole. So it's like, he got the general manager and the head coach fired in New York. Like, if you're a GM, why would you bring Aaron Rodgers into your organization? Why? Like, I want to hear one good reason why. Because I can't think of one. And, you know, me and my dad, if you are familiar with the channel, guys, my dad's on the channel all the time. We loved Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago. He was unbelievable to watch. Elusive out of the pocket, great arm, made plays with his legs. Like, he's not that dude anymore, man. He's just not. He's stoic in the pocket. He's got, like, bricks around his feet. He can't evade the rush. He can't make the throws outside the numbers as accurate as he used to. He's just not that guy anymore, man. He's just not that guy anymore. The best wide receiver in the NFL, I'm probably going to go, it's between Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. On any given day, coin flip those guys. CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown are not far behind. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. He's a freaking dog. Yeah, Justin Jefferson's really, really talented, man. But Jamar Chase won the Triple Crown this year, so, I mean, you know, all day, Bird Gang. Go Birds! And then the Bills are number 2. But I'm a Eagles guy all day. All day! All day, Eagles fans. All day. All day, guys. Yeah, I mean, he was an excellent player, right? His time is just washed. He's just cooked, man. Father Time is undefeated, bros. Oh, Deep Space, that would be heartbreaking, man. Yeah, like, I was a Bills fan when I was growing up, and watching them lose all those Super Bowls was crazy. Mr. Fire, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I would love to see the Bills make a Super Bowl, man. If any franchise deserves a Super Bowl win, the Bills got great fans, I just love how they rallied around that city. Yeah, the Saints got a lot of work to do, but we'll see what Kellen Moore can do. They're my second favorite team, man. I'm an Eagles fan, obviously. But I like the, you know, I grew up. I'm a little nostalgic for the Bills, all right? You know, I loved them when I was growing up, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I got the old Bills starter jacket, you know, when Thurman Thomas and Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, Steve Tasker, and all those guys were there, you know? Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith was a dog, man. So, Deep Space, that defense has to improve, right? They played a little above their head this year. And people are going to see the Commanders coming in 2025. It's not going to be easy to sneak up on teams like they did before, right? So, guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day Sports Show. Thank you so much for coming and tuning in to the live stream. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm a former Bleacher Report journalist turned YouTuber, bringing you some of the best NFL content on YouTube. We crushed our picks this year, guys. Crushed our picks. Crushed them. The last 9 weeks of the year, 110 wins, only 39 losses. That's why you got to subscribe to the channel, man. And then our bets, I do. It's like it isn't. I don't have it on Patreon, but I do my memberships for bets. Right, the bets we crushed it. I deposited one time this year. We were up 85%, giving out bets for 18 straight weeks. 85%. If you put 10 grand in your account and you followed all my bets, you'd be up $8,500. Crushing it, guys. Crushing it! But I appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out, chopping it up. Yeah, I think 10 to 12 wins is reasonable. Their defense is ass, though, man. So it's hard to win when your defense is going to give up 25 to 30 points every week. Yeah, I think 10 to 12 is doable. Nathaniel, I'm going to be 100% transparent. I put $100 on the Chiefs. But I did that as a hedge. Like, I wanted to bet on the Chiefs, so, like, if they won, I would at least make a little bit of money. But if they lose, the Eagles are Super Bowl champs. But I did to balance that out, I did a ton of props on Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, and I crushed the props. With Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, we crushed the props. They're very well coached, the Chiefs, but the Eagles' D-line is so freaking good, man. And the Chiefs they don't have a lot of cap space. They don't have a lot of options. Drafting a young kid to come in and try to deal with Jalen Carter, good freaking luck, man. The Chiefs are in a very precarious spot right now. They don't got a lot of cap space. And their young offensive linemen are ass. Joe Tooney's probably going to move back to guard. Jawan Taylor, they're paying him a shitload of money at right tackle. And he was awful last year. He gave up 7.5 sacks. He was not very good. Yeah, WX random. I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I love Terry McLaurin. But A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are the best 1-2 punch at wide receiver in the NFL, and it's not really even close. And he gives up a lot of sacks, dude. Jawan Taylor stinks, guys. Sorry, NFL fans. If you're a Chiefs fan, I'm sorry. I call it like I see it, NFL fans. That's why you got to subscribe to the JL Day channel. I'm an Eagles fan, but I give you a completely unbiased opinion on the NFL. I'm a tape junkie. I watch a ton of tape. I watch every single NFL game every single week. And then I try to watch like 4 or 5 games on Sundays. And then on Mondays, I'm in the lab watching all the games. I just call it like I see it, man. Straight up. Just call it like I see it. And I was telling everyone, I said that the Lions' luck was going to run out. All those injuries would catch up to them, and it happened. I called the blowout. I did a video on the channel. Check it out. It's one of my top videos. Got around 20,000 views. I called the Eagles blowing out the Chiefs. I was the first guy on YouTube and any of the ESPN pundits, CBS. I should have all their jobs. I called the blowout. Yeah, I mean, I put the work in, man. It's being smart a little bit, but you got to just put the time in, man. You put the time in, you study, and then good things will happen, right? You know, it's the NFL. There's a lot of things out of your control, but I can control watching all these games, watching these players, and watching the trends. And when I was looking at the tape the week before the Super Bowl, the way the Chiefs matched up with the Eagles, I was like, this isn't going to end well for the Chiefs, man. Like hat to hat. In football, they call it hats about helmets. When you match up hat to hat, the Eagles were better every single position except for quarterback. Yeah, man, I said it on the live stream, and I did a long form video, guys. Check it out in my videos. I did 5 reasons why the Eagles were going to blow out the Chiefs. And the only thing that didn't come true out of my 5 predictions was Saquon Barkley didn't have a big game. But when you watch the Super Bowl over, they had 8 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage the entire game. So they chose to stop Saquon Barkley, and then Jalen Hurts shredded them up. So they made a choice to stop Saquon, which they did. He averaged, 2.5 yards per carry, But the Eagles had 3 of their offensive linemen were hurt in that game. They came out and said, Lane Johnson was like, he's hurt, Dickerson was hurt, and Juergens was hurt. They were all hurt. And they still were able to protect Hurts enough. So, good luck beating them next year, man. I want to see the Eagles. I mean, the only reason why they scored, Jacob, is the Eagles started taking their fucking starters out, man. In the fourth quarter, all the bums were playing. It was 34-0 with 2 minutes or 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They didn't cross halfway across the field, the 50-yard line, until like 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. That was one of the most one-sided Super Bowls I ever watched. It was a straight, huge ass kicking, guys. But all right, everybody, I got to take my daughter to the mall. So I'll be back in a couple hours. I'm going to do a couple live streams today. I got the house to myself. So I'll be here talking some ball, maybe in an hour or two. I'm going to shoot some long-form videos for you guys. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back in a couple hours. Go Birds! Subscribe to the channel. Nah, I'm not a coffee guy, Deep Space. I'm rocking the Topo Chicos. They're pretty good.